Ephesians chapter 4. Someone read verse 29. Oh, I know we read this Sunday, but read verse 29. Ephesians 4:29. She said 4, James, not 4.
Let no unwelcome word proceed from your mouth, but only such a word as is good for edification, according to the need of the moment, so that it will give grace to those who hear.
What did that say? What's that translation, James? That's the huh? American Standard? Read it again.
Let no unwelcome, unwholesome.
Okay. I'll try and make sure. I was just wondering because no, Jane, you good? I was no. The reason I asked the translation is because some of them have corrupt. It's just some of them worded differently, Jane.
They dirty.
Oh, you glass dirty. Because some say foul, some say abusive. So I was just wondering. I that one was
Wholesome.
that was a new one to me.
It was. You know, I do that sometimes. Pick on me like that.
No, I'm not
Be
peeking.
quiet the rest of the night.
Jane.
Don't add me nothing. Don't I have to be quiet.
Mike, now what? Now, okay, Mike's gonna read from the message. Now what? See, Jane, behave, man, behave. Now, I was just wondering if it was a translation that I wasn't, familiar with. I promise you, that's all it was. Sometimes I don't be listening like that. Go ahead, Mike. Read it from the message.
Watch the way you talk. Let nothing foul or dirty come out of your mouth. Say only what helps. Each word a gift.
Now, if we look up that um foul or abusive, um, unwell, wholesome, uh, uh, if we look that up, stop messing with Jay, because Jay said he ain't gonna say nothing else tonight. If we look that up, it translates and goes into like decay. Um, is what the word in the Greek would mean, like decay, damaged or decay. So what does it mean? Or what are words? And I'm gonna get into no curse words, Mike. What are words that can cause damage? Because when we think about damage, what is damaged? Negative words. The decay. What about decay? The breaking. I think somebody said this Sunday about how it can. Jamal got his hand up. I'll let him explain because he was the one that said it Sunday. Matter of fact,
Yeah, you gotta be careful what you say because words can kill you spiritually or it can bring life spiritually to someone.
so he's saying that some of the words that comes out of our mouth can cause life. It can cause death spiritually. So you can um break or hinder or hurt someone's, I ain't gonna say feelings, but their spirit. In the same light, then I need to say feeling. Okay. Mike said I need to say it. Some of the stuff we say can hurt folks' feelings too. Should we be worrying about hurting folks' feelings? Some say yes, some say no.
the reason
Go
I
ahead, Mike.
the
And
reason
Jamal had his hand up. Adrian.
the reason I say you need to say feelings is because the majority of the time our feelings affect our spirit.
Okay. So
A
Mike
lot of
getting
us
into.
a lot of us have not matured to the level where we can control our feelings so that it doesn't.
Gotcha.
It's a
Eh,
maturity issue.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead and state it.
I don't disagree. I know we were staying, get Sister Jack. I know we were stating on Sunday as well about the physical side. So our feelings sometimes, those emotions, it could be, that physical, well-being. I think Adrian and Battle and Reagan was on their physical well-being Sunday. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not in the class, but I just have to say something.
Say
Sometimes
it,
when you
say
tell somebody something and you talk to somebody about something, it can help them too. Because if I know, sometimes I may not know, or you may not know what you do until somebody bring it to your
it.
attention, and then you do better. You learn to live better. You learn to do better. So that's because until you're broken, you can't get up.
Until you broken, you can't get up. Since she said that, I can't recall the movies right off, but we see this in movies if we pay attention to it sometimes that, you'll have, someone that's, I don't know. Matter of fact, uh this started playing before I turned the TV off this evening. Real Steel. And y'all ever seen that with a guy is a robot fighter or whatever? I mean he was just in the dump, you know. So it reminds me of one of those you have to be broken all the way down in order for you to, get to a place or to build up. So I got what she's saying. Do you mind? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to just say, yeah, sometimes the truth can hurt folks' feelings.
Jamal said the truth can hurt folks' feelings.
But it's all about, you know, the intentions of how people say things, which their intentions are behind it. Is it to help someone or is it to cause harm to them?
So Jamal, if I tell James, if he keep acting the way he acting tonight, right, that he probably go to hell. Or should I say, James, if you keep acting like that, man, you might not make it in. Is it a difference?
It is.
So when should I use that? Since I know James, is it okay for me to tell James he might not?
Well,
He'll go to
because
hell. I shouldn't say that.
because heaven and hell is
Oh,
not our place to, put someone there. So we can't
Jamal,
say,
don't do that, man. Don't mess that up. I'm trying to wake James back up because I believe James that he's not going to say anything. But that is so true. I love that because we how many times have we heard that over the course of our life when somebody tell us? Because I know my daddy used to tell us that all the time. Well, you keep doing that, you going, man. Say you ain't got a heaven or you're right. Joe, get Adrian then Joe, please. I was just gonna say you can't tell him that if you're the one causing them to stumble.
Jamal made a good point there, where he was talking about life and death being in the tongue.
Right.
That's in Proverbs 18:21.
That's right.
But if you look at the verse that you had us read from Ephesians, it's doing the same thing. It's making that contrast. It's like it has life and death. You got a contrast between decay and edification or edify. So if that word edify, edification, edify comes from the Greek word, which it literally means the act of building. So in one sense, you got words that can build somebody. And then on the other side, you got decay, which is a deterioration of the condition of something.
Mm-mm.
So you got that contrast, life and death, building something up, or causing something to deteriorate.
I hear you, bro. I
And
hear you.
all of it comes from the same instrument.
That tone. That mouth. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just saying, we tell somebody that they go to hell,
Mm-hmm.
and then a form of judgment.
Joe says it's a form of judgment.
Judge that person.
Hmm. Is it okay to judge, Tojo?
No.
It's not okay. I disagree.
Wow.
I think it is.
Judge behavior, but not the person. I mean, you can't judge your soul.
Say it again.
You can judge his behavior, but you can't judge his soul.
According to James' behavior,
You can't tell where his soul is going.
according to James' behavior, according to his
James'
behavior.
behavior, for real, is endangering his soul.
Because I'm saying that he go according to one's behavior, and I got that, and I think that is completely true. According to somebody's behavior, if this person, okay, we got to know this before we do all that though, right? According to this is what gonna judge all of us. Word of God. So if someone's behavior is not lining up with this, I can say I don't think he's gonna make it in according to this and his behavior, right, Mike?
So what exactly was his behavior that brought you to the conclusion?
Man, I'm just messing with James. Don't do me like that, man.
No, now wait a minute. I got a point now.
Okay.
So what was his behavior that brought you to the conclusion that if he keep behaving that way, he was going to hell?
Okay. Colossians, I'm gonna help you out, Mike. Hold on, let me read this.
No. I got a point.
Okay.
Make a, Ariel, what you talking about?
Hmm?
Make a son so he can make his point.
I am. Go ahead, Mike.
But you ain't answered the question.
Okay, let me read this then. But now you also put them put them all aside. Now this is Ephesians. This is where Paul is sharing something with not Ephesians, this Colossians, with that church. And he goes on to say these things that you ought to pull aside is anger, wrath, malice, slander, abusive speech. So James was he James got mad, didn't you, James? His speech was abusive because you make me feel some kind of way. That hurt. You saying that you weren't gonna talk no more tonight.
Feelings.
So that don't matter.
But the behavior has to meet the criteria for going to hell.
That's right. I'm not disagreeing with
So
y'all.
a lot of times when we say he don't quit, he going to hell. Well, what is they doing? I didn't see him doing nothing that was
I got you, Mike. I promise y'all I was just messing with Jane. Angel, don't start. Okay. Uh-oh. Jane, they gonna try to make this stick to you.
No, I'm not.
We gonna save our brother.
Oh, y'all trying to save him. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Matthew 7:2 and 3. For in the way you judge, you will be judged. By your standard of measure, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck in James' eye, but do not notice the log in your or else on left eye?
Hmm.
And that's in red.
Red, because Jesus said it.
You tell him he going to hell, you going too.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
That's how you gonna be measured.
Okay.
That's good.
No, I ain't still you, Age. Hey, Jamal got his hand up so I can move on.
There's proper ways you can answer that without really saying someone is going to hell. And you can kind of use Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 26, where it says, "For if we go on sinning willfully after receiving the knowledge of truth, there no longer remains a sacrifice for sin, but a terrifying expectation of judgment and the fury of a fire which will consume the adversaries. So
So
you can kind of warn them that their behavior is going down a slippery slope.
so according to his behavior, if one, according to what you just read, right, Jamal, um, you can make that call to say that you probably won't make it in because you're not living accordingly, right?
I would say you can warn them about their behavior. I won't say they will not make it in, but give them that warning. If you continue
He just don't want to say it, do
down that path,
he?
if
Okay.
you continue down that path, it can lead there.
Gotcha. And I
It kind of becomes encouraging as well.
right, and that it's nothing wrong with that. And I think that goes to what we are talking about as far as the word and those stuff. When we do we actually want to help build this person up, or do we want to destroy them? Because I know if we go around telling somebody that in that way, it's I feel like too. I'm gonna say because James and Howard are two, in my opinion, that I feel like they can say and do whatever they want to to each other, say whatever. It don't even matter to it, James. But they got that relationship. You don't have that relationship with everybody, do you, James? So you can't say those things, right? You can't say them. See, now, Mike, now, y'all was trying to help him out. Y'all see what James doing? Okay, James.
I just proved what you're trying to say. You heard me say I ain't gonna say nothing else the rest of the night, and you saw which way you went with it. What did I
Okay.
really say?
I don't know. Tell him what you did.
The brother and me keep talking and say something that I should not say.
I don't just shut up.
It's better for me
Okay.
to keep quiet. That way, I don't hurt nobody's feeling. I don't make nobody stumble, and I don't send myself somewhere I don't want to go.
I don't even think that's possible with you, man.
So he ain't gonna be unwholesome.
Nope.
But all you heard was, "I'm big quiet. I ain't gonna say nothing." Uh-huh.
Okay.
But you did not see what I said. You didn't hear what I said. You heard it, but you didn't hear what I said.
You heard what you want here.
That's
Exactly.
it. Okay. Moving on. Any questions if I want to add anything to that? Okay. Um, so it's really good to make sure that we pay attention to those things because we always want to build up. Um, Matthew chapter 12. Uh, man, that's kind of lengthy. Matthew 12, verse 3. I need to turn over there. And in Colossians, I was reading that because Paul, it was some other stuff he was sharing as well, as far as putting aside certain things, anger for one. What happens when we get angry? Before we go to Matthew, what happens when we get angry? Angry when we get mad. Anger. What does anger? What happens when we are angry? Don't nobody ever get mad?
Say things, think things you shouldn't.
Okay, she said you say things and think things that you shouldn't. Jamal, you got your hand up? No. So if you say things and think things, isn't that a inward in a outward? Um, you it can if you thinking something, who is that affecting if you just thinking? You're not verbalize what you thinking that who is that affecting?
It's affecting you either way if it's negative.
Okay. So she said it's affecting you either way if it's negative. So when you say you upset and you say things that you probably wouldn't normally say because you upset to somebody, you know. So that's why Paul is telling them to put that anger to the side, do away with that. Then it goes on to the wrath and malice and abusive speech from your mouth. What can be abusive speech? Cause now I didn't. I don't think I experienced this much with my parents. Mama was always soft. She just wouldn't she just wasn't like that, you know. But daddy, on the other hand, it's some stuff still come out of his mouth, Joe. It, to the but I know of some people, and I know we said this, or I know at least I said it, that they don't use what we call foul language, but it's almost like they using foul language when they, you know, the way they word some of this stuff. So what's abusive speech?
I think when anybody tell a child that you ain't gonna amount to nothing,
That's abusive. Hmm.
because if that child hears it enough, guess what they take on? They take on that they ain't gonna be nothing. So they stop caring, they stop trying, they just whatever.
Hmm.
I mean, not just children, I mean anybody. I mean, really truly, when you tell anybody, okay, well you ain't gonna be nothing, you ain't gonna amount to nothing. And if they hear it enough, it's gonna do something to them. If they're not strong enough. But somebody that say that to them, they're saying something, and they might not really mean it. But just because they don't mean it, and they say it to somebody, that person that hears it is gonna hear it different.
Hmm. Okay. Anyone else?
I think sometimes that in a lot of situations, especially when you come from the parenting angle, what the person in that moment is really trying to accomplish is to really push or provoke that child into taking action. And sometimes, in the sense of that person being frustrated or whatever, it's not the way it should be, you go too far. And even though you might not actually use what you say the foul language, the word still ends up landing like a bunch.
Hmm.
That's why when you look at what it says in Proverbs about the life and death being in the tongue, it goes on to say that you will eat of its fruit. So what it's really saying is, hey, when you got the right kind of speech, right, it produces something that's good, something that's pleasant. And that pleasantness doesn't just go to the person you spoke it to, it goes back to you. When we actually talk and use the right kind of things in speaking to people, we don't just bless them, we bless ourselves. Think about this. If you have an interaction with somebody at work and something comes up and it don't go the way it needs to go, something didn't get done or whatever, and that person is frustrated because there's a issue, they can express their frustration to you in a bunch of different ways without going there. But let's say they went there. Because you had that interaction, that now is starting to put a rift between y'all. And the more times that happens, the further it gets. Whereas if something comes up like that and then they actually express themselves to you in a way that's good while still getting the point across, you're going to have a much higher regard for that person for the way they handle themselves. So instead of y'all going apart, y'all going together because I seen y'all here that time that they didn't do right, they didn't have his truck the way it needed to be. And yeah, the day was raining on too and everything, but he didn't blow up.
Mm-mm.
I got a different vision of you now. So now the next time I have to deal with you and there's a potential for a conflict or an issue, I'm cool because but if we had that interaction where you rolled
Look,
up, throw a clipboard on the ground, I was out in the parking lot screaming, I don't ride that dude.
I'll tell you what happened a couple of Saturdays ago. The Saturday it was cold and windy. I was out there unload Jane. When it get cold, stuff don't seal up properly. Gas leaking all over the parking lot. I put my little bucket up under there. The wind started blowing, it blew it across the parking lot. I grabbed the bucket, put it in the tray, and I walked to the truck. Gas all over the place, Joe. I said it'll dry out eventually. But sir,
What did you see yourself when the bucket was put in the parking lot?
he said, "Man, can you believe this?" I said, "Man, can you believe this?" And the wind blowing, and of course it done blew some of the gas on my pants, on my boots and stuff. So I just grabbed it, put it in there, and I walked to the truck, James, which is a no-no, but I had to get away from that. So that's what we have to do sometimes. Get ourselves away from stuff that, huh?
Getting away from it so you don't get angry.
Yeah. That's borderline quitting, isn't it, James? Well, see, James, he done got to that place. That borderline quit for me. I'm sorry, Mike. You had something. Okay. Matthew 15. I told y'all 12. It's 15. So when we Matthew chapter 15. Chapter 15, I want to say verse 19, please. Yes, this is it. 15:19. It's halfway through, it'll be good enough. 19, verse 19.
Evil thoughts, murder, adultery, fornication, theft, false witness, slanders.
So Jesus is talking, about the heart of a man. So when she was saying, when like we get angry and this stuff start coming out, is that something that's in you, or is it just coming out because you upset? I know, right? See that? See, I think it's like James was just saying that, and I think James lying because it's something to make James out there mad while he was unloading. He wanted to quit. But I guess it's like what James is saying, man. I done conditioned myself. I done molded myself where this stuff don't, it's not gonna get to me like that. So within that anger or being upset and some stuff that you wouldn't normally say or do, well, according to what we just read, if something slip out,
Oh, that's what you're saying.
is that in us? Because if it's is that in us? What do you think? I know Jamal got his hand up back there.
And he said that, what, a couple of weeks ago or a week ago? That sometimes
I,
it slip out?
I know I got you. I remember.
It said don't slip out.
It's in your heart. That's what's in your heart.
Yeah, I would say it's part of who you are. Even if it slips up and come out. It may be deep down in them, but it's still in there.
Joe got it.
You ever watch a game and you see them do something and it's like, ain't supposed to go like that, right?
Right.
The coach run out there and say, timeout. Why? Because, hey, whatever y'all got going on, we got to stop. We need to agree.
You-
And sometimes that's the best thing. Hey, no,
Just
no.
stop.
So if it's deep down in you,
Yeah.
it don't come out.
Yeah.
You don't speak it. I mean, a few times people that come at me the wrong way, and I didn't say nothing, but you know, people that turn around and leave the scene. But I was thinking it, but I didn't speak it. There's a
Yeah.
difference.
It's a difference. Are you asking me is it a difference?
What?
Is it a difference?
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
If Jesus said in red, right, Adrian? If you
It's charged. You charge for it.
Say what?
If you think it, you already charged for it.
Joe see he in trouble. Joe. But listen though, I now y'all know it's a growing that we all have to come to. I know of some people who can put me way up here, and somebody else can do the same or say the same thing, and it won't do that. That makes sense because of how what I feel about this person, what I think about this person, and their behaviors or some of the things they say can, I mean, take me to another, some of that stuff that deep down inside it might come out, but for most it won't. So what do you do with something like that? She said, "Pray." Jamal got his hand up after James, please.
But you still gotta remember what it says and what scripture says. Only what's in you can come out of you. If it comes out,
It's
it's
in
in
there.
you. Can nothing come out of you that ain't already that ain't in you? Whatever comes out is in you.
I can't disagree with it, but like Mike
Can't get
was.
around it. So you can't say that's not me. We say it, but can you? I mean, is that?
But now I'm gonna say this because I don't completely agree. Uh, it's just like sin. Okay, can we call everything we do that's outside of what God wants sin?
No.
We say it's sin when we exactly. So if I'm
Or
what man? Don't start messing with me, man. You're gonna make me lose my train of thought. So if these
I'm
things
serious.
okay, so if these things that upset me, and every time this whatever it is, Joe say such and such, James say such and such, y'all saying the same thing, and it upset me every time. Okay, that just something that's in me. But if okay, and I'm not I'm not ruling that out. So, but what if it's only out of 100, just one, I slip up
Out of a what?
out of 100.
Oh, you said 100.
Yeah, out of 100, only one calls me to say certain stuff.
But still, at
Got a problem with that person?
at the end of the day, still, what comes out of you,
It's in there.
it's in you.
I got you. Okay.
No, not that you go around on a regular saying it or doing it, but whenever it comes out,
It's in there.
it's already there. Because that's all can come out of you. That's only what's in you can come out of you.
Hmm. You know, I want to get into one day before we get away from this. Uh, like we don't feel like even with what we just read, right? As far as being angry, I know that it's okay for us to be angry. It's what we are being angry about. So if this person character is evil and I get upset, I know I need to watch how I respond and so forth. But there's a such thing as godly anger. See it all over the Bible. Okay, Jamal then Mike, because Mike, I know he ready to curse me out.
That ain't in there.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Yeah, I've been going back to the person that get up under your skin. The
Okay.
way you deal with them, you have to let grace take over and love them all the more. That's how you deal with that. So you have to think how
Joe,
gracious God has
Joe,
been, how gracious
Joe,
God has been to us, and we treat the other person the same way.
got you. Joe, I was gonna do this while he was talking.
And see if it affects him.
No, I don't want to hear what he talking about. He's right though. But see, I'm messing with Joe because of what Joe said earlier. Uh he's telling you how to deal with that, Joe. He said you gotta love him, man. You can't be thinking those thoughts. You see?
I mean, a lot of times, I just walk away. I don't be thinking nothing. I just walk away.
I got
But now, instead of yakking, I'm walking away. Don't follow me. I mean, it's gonna come out. Words might not come out.
you. What you gonna think?
No, I ain't gonna think it. I'm gonna act.
Oh,
You behind me, yiggity yak, yiggity yak.
yeah,
You need to go. You need to do that.
gotcha.
You go your way, I go my way.
What he need to do, Jane? Just work on it. Find a way to start working on not letting people get up on this skin.
I don't let too many people get up under my skin, believe me when I tell you now. Really.
Yeah,
I don't let too many people get up under my skin if I run by myself.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I got you. So you have to worry about that.
No.
Go ahead, Mike. And then all yours, Mike.
What was I gonna say?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, you didn't have nothing?
Understand.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Terrell, you good, man.
Well, when you look back in John, I'm trying to remember what chapter it is, where he talks about that he's leaving us the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is going to teach us. Well, that goes back into that thing about where once you learn something, right, you can't unlearn it. It's in there.
Mm.
So the only way you're gonna come back that is you got to learn a new way, a new behavior that overrides the one that you had before. So you're gonna have to ask for help with that thing. That why is it provoking me that way? Because I know when I really step back and think about it, there wasn't nothing directly in that that should have brought that out of me like that.
Mm.
And so until you learn a new way of dealing, you gonna have to struggle with that.
Mm.
But here's the thing: the learning don't come from you; it comes from the spirit. Because if you had the ability to just, hey man, I'm gonna do something different, then none of us would never mess up.
I hear you. I hear you. Anyone else? Now, James have, I know for last month, I heard him say it several times. We was created in the image and likeness of God, right? Now we know that during, creation, God just spoke and the stars appeared, the sun appeared, well, the water was gathered and together, dry land came. He just spoke these things, right? Do y'all think we have some of that power? Do you think that we have some of that power? Because okay, Joe, can you say well you can if you get the right technology. Lights off and the lights will go off. Yeah. Now you can. But can you speak something into it? Yes. So do we have any of that power since we was created in the image and likeness of God? Do we have any of that power?
Does
Joe
it
said, yeah.
say if you say for the mountain to move, you believe the mountain to move?
If you have enough faith,
Yeah.
I got you. But that's faith. But do we have, keep in mind what we're talking about as far as, you know, words helping or hurting, I'm going to say.
That, okay. I'm thinking it's just I'm using it the same way, I guess, because you're not actually gonna move the mountain.
Right.
So let's say a mountain is something else. So you do have the power to move.
Okay, now I got what you're saying, but
Be
with
derogatory to tear somebody down or to be uplifting and build them up. I mean, you can either put the mountain on them or you can put them on top of the mountain.
I got you. But the only reason I wouldn't use that way is because it's you know primary talking about faith, how strong your faith is. So I I believe in God enough that I'm not gonna worry about this. So pretty much what it's saying that your faith level. So I wouldn't use that makes sense. Okay. Jamal.
I would say this. Just think about somebody on their deathbed. When you go visit them, the words that you speak to them can bring life to that person, even if they die.
Okay.
So you bring that dead alive,
Mm.
not physically, but spiritually.
Okay. 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 Anyone else?
I like
So,
when he was talking about somebody on my deathbed, like have you heard of people telling their loved one it's okay for you to go? Have you ever heard of that? Y'all heard of that before? Like if somebody's holding on and they're right there at the end, and they say sometimes the loved ones tell them it's okay, you can go, everything's gonna be okay. And
hmm,
then the people go ahead and die. Like you, those are words like they have power.
gotcha.
That
Okay.
you never heard.
I never heard. Um, but I got you. I understand. Hmm. Anyone else? Think we have that?
Well, they got a saying, this is kind of a new age saying. And the saying says that thoughts become things.
Okay.
And what it's basically saying is the thoughts that you have in your mind, they're not just empty ideas just floating in the ether. They're actually something. The prime example being if you have in your mind that you can't do something because that's what you've told yourself, then it's going to become a block for you because
Hmm.
you've already put it there.
I got you. I hear you. Um. Hmm. So you have to trick your mind sometimes. You ever do that,
I
Joe?
wouldn't say trick.
Don't you wouldn't say trick? Okay.
I've been in a situation
Yeah.
and I say to myself, I can't do this.
Okay.
And I sit there and think about it a little bit more, and I don't do it until condition gets better.
Okay.
That, but then on the positive side, after I stay positive, I can do all things.
Mm-hmm.
I won't.
So Joe saying staying positive. I got you, Mr. Carter. And then we're gonna end. You got
So, okay,
10 seconds. I'll give you 20.
let's be realistic though.
Okay.
So if I'm a truck driver
Uh-oh.
and I'm hauling 90,000 pounds
You're going
and it's in a,
you're going 80. Gross 80.
okay, if I'm hauling 80,000 and where I'm driving at is visibility is maybe 10 feet and there's a blizzard going. If I tell myself I can't get through this, I think that's being pretty smart.
That's right.
I got
So but if I come back and say, okay, well, I'll make it tomorrow. Pull off, wait for the weather to clear up, and then I'll get moving again. That's more realistic
you. I got you.
than
So not
saying I can't do something without looking at the circumstances of what's going on.
I got you, Mike. Just don't throw it away. Just
And
be
just don't haul 90,000 pounds.
Jane. Anyone else? All right. Well, y'all, we will pick up on Sunday. Stay in Ephesians. Continue to read that. Matter of fact, read chapter 4 and chapter 5.